Is anybody there? Hello? Is this working? Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Happy Hump Day! My favorite freaking day of the week. I, again, do not know why, but I love Wednesdays. I love me some Hump Day, and I love making some money. Yet, nobody home. Where's everybody at? You guys home? You guys there? You know, let me clean off that lens real quick. Guys, another slow day in the market. We don't have a lot to really review, but we have a lot to talk about in regards to the Coinbase IPO, as far as the expected price on when it's going to IPO at, some analysis, overhead targets, and really just seeing if there's any opportunity over on Coinbase today with their IPO. If anybody can look it up, I tried finding what time the IPO is supposed to take place. I'd assume around lunchtime, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. But if anybody has that information, let me know. But we're going to talk a little bit about that Coinbase IPO. You know, IPOs are very, very risky. It's so 50-50, right? This is a direct offering. This is a direct IPO. So it's a little bit different than other IPOs that have taken place in the past. You know, this is like Spotify and Palantir Technologies on the way they're actually getting to the public and actually how they're being listed on the NASDAQ. So we're going to talk a little bit about that, what we can expect to see. Again, we have some analysts stating like $600 targets before it's even been IPO'd. You know, it's a $65 billion evaluation. There's some other people saying like, hey, it's definitely over $100 billion, which would definitely increase that IPO price whenever it hits the market. So again, we're going to have some fun today. We're going to have some opportunity. Definitely whenever that Coinbase IPO hits, that's where our focus is going to be, and we're going to make some money today, ladies and gentlemen. Overall, in the market, same thing like it's been the last couple weeks. Light volume, kind of messy on the leaderboard. Nothing really stealing the show, really ripping and running. But we do have a few stocks to watch. So let's go ahead and dive on into it. So Noon, Michael, Noon. Okay, that's good to know. That is good to know. I do want to answer a question real quick. Pranav, is there a way to buy options at the mark rather than the ask? So yeah, you got bid ask, and then you have the in between, the mark, right? You can submit an order at the mark, but it's actually going to convert it into it's a bid, right? If you do market, you're getting filled at the ask. If you want a limit order on the ask, you're getting filled immediately. If you submit an order at mark, it's going to transition that into a bid, and someone's going to actually have to come down and sell you that contract for that price. So you can buy options at the mark. Just keep in mind that it's not always going to be an immediate fill. Sometimes if there's someone out there willing to sell that contract to you, for that, boom, you'll get filled. But 9 times out of 10, it's going to go ahead and be set as a limit order, and you're actually going to have to wait to actually get filled via limit versus immediate by buying the ask or buying with a market order. Well, we can't. We got to wait until it actually starts trading. Then we're actually able to go in. So if you actually type in COIN, there's nothing there. There's no way to do anything. We actually have to wait for it to IPO. From what I'm reading, 250 is the expected price for the IPO. 250. Good. Shut that. Good. All right. So yeah. So we're seeing around noonish. In regards to that, we had Moffett Nathanson analyst Lisa Ellis explained to Market Watch why the offering is, as she describes, not for the faint of heart. But she initiated coverage on this with a buy price target of $600 before it even starts trading here on the NASDAQ. So we do have some analysts all over this. It's very hyped. This is very anticipated. Coinbase is a huge evaluation. I mean, just absolutely crushing it in the crypto space. Obviously, we know cryptocurrency is just at the beginning, guys. I'm not a big crypto guy. I don't invest a lot in crypto, but I talk to a lot of people that are really heavy into cryptocurrency, and they all state this is just the beginning. This is like the early 1990s when internet was just starting to come up, right? We're not even close to the dot-com boom yet. So again, this is the beginning, so this is very hyped. This is a very anticipated IPO, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of traders and investors all over this today, all right? So we're definitely going to be watching that. Making its public debut, and it's through a direct listing. It's a direct public offering, direct listing. So, I mean, whenever I was researching, maybe like a SPAC, right? A little bit of a like a SPAC, not necessarily your typical IPO where you raise money from banks and whatnot. So a SPAC is a little bit different of a way to enter into the market. So I wouldn't really classify this as a SPAC, but it's also not your typical IPO where you actually get early investors, the bank writes everything and whatnot. So it's just a straight up direct offering. We saw the same thing on Spotify and Palantir Technologies last year, if I'm not mistaken, those types of direct offerings into the market. So again, it's a direct listing. The company floats its shares on a stock exchange without hiring banks to underwrite the transition like a typical IPO. So again, direct listing, it's floating its shares on the stock exchange, but it's not hiring banks to underwrite that transaction like your typical IPO. All right, so is there anything else that we really need to know? We know the evaluation currently by NASDAQ is $65 billion. Some analysts are stating that it's well over $100 billion as far as their evaluation. Again, they're IPOing today around noon. And that's really it, yeah. NASDAQ gave Coinbase a reference price of $250 per share last night, which values it at over $65 billion. But again, some bulls are projecting that evaluation at $100 billion or better, which would make it bigger than the number of U.S. exchanges, including ICE, NASDAQ, CME Group, CBOE. So this is a big deal. This is a big evaluation on Coinbase. Some saying over $100 billion market cap. That would completely blow, a lot of your CBOE, ICE, futures, crude oil, stuff like that, CME, NASDAQ. I mean, this is going to be absolutely huge, guys. So we're definitely going to be watching this. Again, it's not for the faint of heart. IPOs are very risky. IPOs are very crazy. So let's be smart, be safe. If you're looking at this for a long-term investment, I would wait for it to actually open up and then set some stink bids. You know what I mean? So let's say an IPO is right at 250. Throw some orders at 200. Throw some orders at 150. Throw some limit orders at 100, right? Try and get filled down low. Sometimes we see just slow, stagnant movement out of an IPO before it really gets going, right? If we look at PLTR, right? Look at this. It IPO'd, kind of set sideways, and then boom, we started getting some nice action. If we go look at Spotify, right? Just kind of looking at some of these IPOs, right? We get an IPO, it fades, right? It fades, it's sideways, slow grind. But again, every IPO is different. But what we can see is not every IPO is boom, out of the gate, rocking and rolling. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time. So would I go all in? If I had $1 million, would I go all in the second it IPOs? No, I would be smart. I would say break my investment amount into like tenths, right? So every day scale in over the next 10 days. If you want to go 2 weeks, yeah, that'd be 2 weeks. That would be 10 trading days. Let's say you got 10 grand. You buy 1,000 today, you buy 1,000 the bar, you buy 1,000 the next day, and you just every day for 10 days, you just buy, $1,000 worth of shares if you want to actually invest in this and get in it for the long term. So again, that would just give you a really nice average depending on how volatile and how up and down this Coinbase IPO is going to be, especially if you want to hold this. This is something that I'm going to do as well. I'm going to allocate some funds to this IPO, and I'm going to do just that. I don't know how much I'm going to invest yet, but whatever that amount is, I'm probably going to break it down over the course of a month. That's just me. I'm going to look at 20 trading days. So let's say I want to invest $20,000, every day for the next 20 days, I'm just going to buy, $1,000 worth of shares. And I'm going to do that over 20 days. So if it's up 100, down 100, down another 100, up 100, right? I'm going to get a really nice average, right? And I'm not too concerned about the crazy volatility. And I'm looking, again, long term on something like this. So that's kind of my plan and, what I got going on there. As far as, what we got moving today, ladies and gentlemen, again, not a lot. Number one stock right now on the leaderboard with 8 million shares being traded. We got a 40 million in float stock. That's GAL to the T. GALT. All right, so we got some news on this. Phase 1 clinical research shows blah, 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 in response with anti-PH1. So we got some phase 1 news over on GALT. A lot of big words I don't know. Not even going to try and say them. We'll keep this one on watch. Over this 280, it's good. Over 280, it's good. Up towards around $3. We could definitely hit those pre-market highs of around 335 on GALT. We're also going to be watching UTSI. UTSI is number 5 on the leaderboard, 11 million in float, 3 million shares. And this stock came out with some news. Was it last night? No, it wasn't. I don't even believe this has any news on UTSI. Yeah, no news. We got news on GALT. We had news on MBRX, right? So MBRX, they were awarded a new rare pediatric disease designation from US FDA. So that's some really, really good news here on MBRX. MBRX is a 26 million in float stock trading 5 million shares, well above the average daily volume. So we have news on MBRX if you're like, okay, what's the catalyst? We had no news on BTBT, but it's moving around a little bit. We'll keep that one on watch over on BTBT. Last news I see was on the 12th over on BTBT, and this stock's been just chopping around the last few days. So we have news, low float and volume on MBRX, so that one perfectly meets the criteria to be added to our watch list. We also have GALT with news on the FDA. So really, it's just it's a little all over the place, right? So right now, what I'm doing is the market that we're in, I'm not going to eliminate anything from the watch list just because it doesn't have news. If it's moving, let's see if there's opportunity, okay? So UTSI, we're going to be watching that one. GALT over 280, we'll be watching that one. Definitely the Coinbase IPO. I'm also going to be watching for a few sympathy plays. If Coinbase is ripping and running, there's a lot of action and a lot of activity, let's definitely keep MARA and RIOT on watch. These are some blockchain / Bitcoin plays that we may see some sympathy out of just because that's really the hype today. Looking at PLTR, PLTR had a really, really nice day yesterday. We're actually slightly down this morning. We closed at 25.42. Right now we're at 25.35. So we're gapping down less than 10 cents. I do want to keep PLTR on watch today as well. I think this one still has some really, really good potential. And then we have Roth Capital starts a buy rating at $7 over on IDEX. That's kind of getting this thing going this morning. So decent news. IDEX, if I'm not mistaken, it's an average float as well, somewhere around 10 to 15 million over on IDEX, if I can find it. Yeah, so really, guys, there's not a lot going on. There's not a lot going on. I'm up $60 on the day. Took 2 trades in pre-market. I took BTBT. At first, I was looking at this big downtrend right here. So when I come into the market and I just see this massive downtrend, I took this pop here over on BTBT. We came back down looking for the higher low. Above 18, never got it. I stopped out at a $50 loss on BTBT. Then I also traded MBRX to the short side. So we came up to this 411 resistance that I had identified on the daily chart. I went ahead and I took this short. I made a quick $100 on the play. So nothing crazy. Short at like 410, 409, covered at $4. Again, nothing wild, but hey, green's green. So we're going to be keeping MBRX on watch. Maybe BTBT, but again, we're just going to sit back the first 5-10 minutes and see where the action goes and then really determine where we want to put our focus, because again, it's very scattered. There's nothing really just stealing the activity, really just ripping and taking on off. Um, Nate saying he'd be surprised if it opens below $400. Yeah, I'm thinking anywhere from that 250 to 400, ideally. And again, who knows what kind of hype we see today. We're just going to play the technicals. That's all we're going to do is play the technicals. And there's going to be some great opportunity because there's a lot of people waiting for this. So maybe we have some nice action in the market today because of this IPO coming on out. No, you're right. PLTR wasn't as hyped up. I mean, it was definitely a talk. It definitely was something people were waiting for, but it's not as hyped up as Coinbase and then everything that we have going on in the crypto space right now. So two completely separate entities, two separate things completely. I just wanted to give you the example of, you know, IPOs that we've had, how it's not 100%, no matter how hyped it is, right? It's not 100% guaranteed that it's going to be green on the day that we can make a lot of money. Who knows? Maybe it just dumps and has a big nasty red day. We do not know, right? We just don't know what's going to happen. It's very risky to play IPOs, right? But we can say, hey, it's hyped. The crypto space right now is very, very hot. So again, there may be definitely some opportunity here today. We just have to sit back and wait for the IPO to open, you know, review the technicals and see if there's anything there. But I'm definitely very interested to see what we're looking like today over on COIN. All right, let's go ahead and scan through some of these messages real quick. Wesley, I thought you were doing a video review giveaway. Yeah, so basically last Friday we hosted our giveaway and we had a couple deadlines. So reviews that were in as of Thursday at midnight, you would get counted towards the year pass. And then at that point in time, I didn't have any video reviews, but I'll definitely relaunch that again. I'll give everybody another opportunity for that. So with that being said, again, as of Friday, I didn't have any video testimonials or reviews. We went ahead and just did other giveaways. I think we did 2 extra giveaways just for the hell of it. But definitely something I will do is, you know, re-ask individuals to submit a video testimonial. And we'll do another lifetime giveaway for those individuals. Bill saying, good morning. So excited and disappointed this morning. Saw the new community available, but I'm being told that I don't have access to join. So it's currently not live. Where did you see that, Bill? I'm curious. Was there an email that was sent to you? Or I'm just trying to get an idea of what you saw that the Alpha Day Trading community is now live. Because right now we're still currently under development and we're looking to be done hopefully middle of next week. We ran into a few bugs, a few issues. You received an email this morning? This morning? What? You guys received an email? Oh, yeah, I think that was... Yeah, so every morning, everybody that has actually signed up to the email list will actually get a link via email stating we posted our morning newsletter. I ran into some technical difficulties today with actually getting, because she's doing a lot of work in regards to development on the site. So anytime I make new blogs or new posts, they don't upload and save all the time. So I was having issues yesterday. I was having issues today. But basically, that's an automation that's set up. So basically, it's running 100% of the time. Every morning between 8 and 9 o'clock, you're going to receive an email stating, hey, we just posted our new morning newsletter. You can click the link to be directed right over to that newsletter where we show our up gappers. We break down every stock that has news, stocks that I'm looking at, setups. I mean, you name it. So if you cannot be in chat, you cannot be on the live stream, at least you'll get the email to remind you to go to the blog page, to see our morning stock newsletter, to where if you are on the go and you're trading, at least you know what's going on. You can see the scanners if you can't get access to the live stream. But if anybody received an email stating like we're live, you definitely shouldn't be receiving that one. So as far as we're live, you definitely should not have received that one. So if you receive it again tomorrow, let's just do this. Maybe it was a screw up on the system end. If you receive the, hey, we just started our live stream tomorrow at 7 o'clock in the morning, let me know when we go live and I'll find a way to get that fixed. Again, I'm not huge with email marketing. I'm not smart with it at all. It's all trial and error. So if you get it tomorrow, let me know. If you don't get it, disregard. It must have been just an error. But you guys will be receiving that 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock email in regards to the morning newsletter that we're going to start posting up once I can actually get them posted. All right, so we got about 4 minutes until the bell, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, again, we know exactly what's going on. We know what we're watching. And let's see if we have some opportunity today. So I'm looking IDEX out of the gate. Just because we have this nice little flag formation, we are gapping up from 271 to 290. If we can break over 3, we have a lot of room up to 340. So this one has a lot of potential here on IDEX. And this is going to be the number one stock that I'm watching out of the gates. Over again, once again, IDEX. And so you guys have your scanners. There you go. We're all set, ready to rock and roll. What's my plan in regards to SOS? I'm probably going to stay away from SOS. SOS has been all over the place. I mean, we'll keep it on watch, but we know that, you know, for the longest time last week, we had so much resistance in the 650s. There was a couple days we were trying to break and hold, and we're moving all the way back down off of $5. So on SOS, if you guys were looking at SOS, maybe getting some sympathy out of this because of the Coinbase IPO, you could look for, you know, anything over 5 would be a good trade, and you do have some nice room up into the high 5s, maybe 6 to 650. But again, $5 is just a key level. We want to see this hold above $5, and if we can, again, we do have some nice room to the upside over on SOS. But my focus is, once again, IDEX right out of the gate, wanting to see how this looks. Again, we have this nice period of consolidation after a nice move up. Holding the VWAP, got itself a nice little flag setup. We could see a nice little gap and go strategy where we get a nice big push right over these pre-market highs, right up to $3. So I'm definitely going to be prepared for that if we see some nice buying volume move on in. Oh, I know exactly why you guys got the email. I just figured it out. Look at that. So last night, I was moving around some contacts from list to list, really just kind of cleaning up my email inbox. And so whenever I transferred everybody from a primary list to a different list, you were tagged in a new series of automation. So you guys will, it looks like, be receiving 2 emails in the morning. If you do not like one of the emails, you can unsubscribe right at the top. One email is going to be sent out at 7 a.m. That is for when we're actually officially back over on alphadaytrading.com. My stream comes up every morning at 7. That's just an easy way for you to jump into your email, click the login link, and get access to chat. And then right around 9 o'clock, you'll get the email in regards to checking out our morning newsletter. So you will get 2 emails in the morning, and that's really going to come in handy, especially when we do migrate back on over to Alpha Day Trading. Hey man, I'm trying. I've been on it for like 3 years, and I can't seem to figure it out. It is a lot, man. And I actually just hired somebody to help out with it, and I tell you what, he blew my mind with everything he presented to me, and I'm like, wow. Wow, I really do suck at email marketing. But yeah, I got to get my stuff together. But you guys will get a couple emails every single morning. If you don't want them, just go ahead and unsubscribe, and you guys will be all set, and you won't receive those exact emails anymore. But again, they're just 2 emails. It will get you quick access to chat, quick access over to the morning newsletter. So right now, we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what we have in store today. Let's have some fun. Let's make some money. Let's learn while we're here. Let's have an awesome day, team. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know. But right now, let's get to it and see which stock is going to grab that attention first. And IDEX is shortable as well, so, I'm definitely short bias in this market today. Let's go ahead and get our proper scanners up and running. We are all set, ready to rock and roll. Right now, UTSI, one stock getting a nice bounce off 173 support, getting a nice push up into the 180 F2s. So UTSI getting some action right now. UTSI may get halted here soon. We keep squeezing like this. Where's our LULD on this bad boy? Where's that LUD? Where's that LUD at? Oh, 218. We got tons of time. We got plenty of time. So again, halt area on UTSI is, where'd that bad boy get? Where'd it go? It was like 218. I don't even see it now, so maybe it moved up a little bit. All right, we got Riot pulling back, RIOT, trying to figure out where it wants to pull back to. It's right now off of those lows, but even better, 57.32 if we can't hold 58. We got MARA and RIOT both doing the same thing. Profit taking right out of the start, right down into a level of support. Let's see if we get a nice little, possible red to green move. There's PLTR. PLTR right out of the gate. Nice big push. Room to 26.32 where I'm actually looking to possibly short PLTR for a little day trade right around that 26.32 mark. If we get a big squeeze right up to that level without a pullback, I would definitely be looking to take that short right off resistance before the pullback. So right now I'm definitely watching PLTR for a possible short. Again, off 26.32. Right now we have a little bit of resistance, 205, 206 on UTSI. We haven't pulled back yet, but again, it's squeezing really nice here. Right now I'm not in. I'm watching PLTR, looking to see if we get a big squeeze up to that 26 level. All right, PLTR, keep ripping. That's fine. Keep ripping. Give us another 30, 40 cents. I'm going to short you, bad boy. I'm going to short right off that 50-day moving average. Prior resistance, 50-day moving average. I do like a possible short right around 26.32. Be putting stops maybe 20 cents away. But again, I want to see a nice big pop right up to that level on PLTR. Again, for the possible short here. Risking, you know, like I said, 20 cents. Let's do that. $26.10. We're getting there. We're getting close. All right, a little bit more, baby. 15 more cents. Come on, I want to nail you 26.30. 26.30! You're close. You're so close, I can smell you, PLTR. I smell the money that you're going to print for me. You push the 26.30 right now. You don't have to pull back. No pullback. You pull back a little bit. I sound like the Call of Duty when you're playing zombies. PLTR, I smell you. I feel you coming to making me money. Good morning, DB. DB, what is going on, my man? Dang it. Right idea. Right idea. I wanted to grab the short off 26.30. I missed it by 10 cents. Already down 25 cents. That's exactly what we wanted to see. It's all good, though. It is all good. So I still am watching PLTR here. We're starting to see a nice little healthy pullback right down into what we call that hiccup area. Right around that 25.80. And I'm going to go ahead and grab a quick little entry here. Stops 20 cents. Looking for a bounce off this really nice quick pullback, right? I like these quick pullbacks. We see bigger bounces. So again, small size, small gains. You know, I'm not looking to do anything extremely aggressive in this market, but look for these really nice solid entries. So let's see if we get the bounce here on PLTR. Next candle to open, we need to see this go ahead and bounce. So PLTR getting hit hard. Getting really dirty. You a dirty, dirty stock, PLTR. You nasty. And we are pulling back right into this other level of resistance that we had in pre-market 25.69. Absolutely. I'm looking at COIN. Whenever that opens, that's where our focus is going to be. That's where our focus is going to be. Is going to be COIN. So I'm long on PLTR, 1,200 shares at 25.82. Was looking for this to be a bounce. My stops are going to be under 25.70. It tried to get that little bit of a bounce to it, right off the VWAP, right off that 25.70 support. But PLTR is just getting wrecketed. And there's nothing stopping this. All right, cool. So you got RIOT with a nice red to green move. Stock opens red, pulled back to support, 58.75, breaking over the open. We want to see that open hold up as support now, so $60.56 ideally. And RIOT struggling. A lot of stocks are struggling to hold proper technicals this week, right? A lot of stocks are struggling to hold up just key levels that typically do hold in a healthy market. So we got to just be chameleons. We got to adapt. I mean, PLTR, huge move to the upside, getting completely destroyed. I wish I would have grabbed that short. But what I was looking to do is grab the pullback for the bounce, back up into the 2630, and then take it short. But right now, PLTR just getting destroyed. Corey, what do I think about HMBL? Let's look at it. HMBL. I like the gap up above the 13-day. So I do like this nice gap up right above yesterday's highs, right above that 13-day, right around 330. So I would say as long as it can hold above 330, I think this one has some room to at least get back up into around maybe 375 over on HMBL. So not bad, risk reward, right? It has room up to 375. You have support down towards around yesterday's highs, right around 330. That also happens to be that 13-day moving average. So I do like that. Yeah, everything getting slammed. I'm just waiting for a stock to set up for a possible short. I'm just waiting to see if I see something that stands out for a nice short. I mean, RIOT, nice red to green move. Getting just really hit hard here. So everything's getting hard in the market today. They're sound. Yep. The only stock that's actually moving up and holding its gains right now is going to be BTBT. But BTBT needs a pullback around 1680s, 1670s. Or I'm sorry, 1760s, 1770s. That dyslexia is crazy. Yep, so I don't see anything right now that I want to get involved with. Not seeing really too much at this point in time that I want to get too involved with. I mean, IDEX, it is easy to short. IDEX is looking awfully weak. So we'll keep this one on watch. Oh yeah, look at TV. TV's getting a lot of hype to it right now. What's up with VT? They signed a deal, a merger deal with Univision. Okay, so TV signs a merger deal with Univision. TV, large float, but it's moving great. I mean, it is moving really, really nice. Good eye. Good eye. We got support back down at 1250. We're looking at our daily chart. How high can this go? Next target, realistically, would be all the way up towards around 16. No, I'm sorry. Right around 14.25, and then up towards around that $16 mark over on TV. Right, so yeah, I do like this one. I want to see the pullback first, and then get another leg up here. TV definitely has some good volume, some good hype towards it right now. Again, we have that daily resistance up towards around that 14.25, 14.30 on a TV. Josh, what are those dotted lines you use to mark your stops? So these are just my support resistance lines. So in TD or any other charting tool that you use, it's just going to be a price level tool. So this is a price level tool that I have edited to where it's green and dashed that also displays the price on the left, just because, you know, it's just personal preference. But again, it's a price level tool that I use to mark up levels of support and resistance. So right now, waiting on that pullback here on TV before we make an entry. If we get a nice healthy pullback, definitely see what we got going on. So, I mean, that was a healthy pullback, and it could definitely, you know, pop, but we just don't have any other support right there besides just natural 13 support, which is really not strong enough for me. Again, we have better support down at that 1259 over on TV. Absolutely, Jeff. There should be at least 38, 37 likes right now. Jeff always here supporting the stream, my man. I appreciate you. I would probably say we're not getting those likes because the market is a little blah, right? Like, who's going to like the stream when the market's just blah, right? People are here, they want to see money. They want to see money being made. But when the market's blah, it's hard to make that money. Personally, I do not. I just like the VWAP. I do not utilize the upper and lower bands. I think it just, it puts too much on my chart. It gives me just too many indicators and too much going on my chart. So yeah, personally, it's personal preference. I don't find the upper and lower bands to be extremely useful. Maddie, dance lessons, baby. Yeah, we're giving away some dance lessons today, ladies and gentlemen. I teach you guys how to do the Q-tip, the jackhammer, making that pizza, baby. Let's go. Dance lessons all day. So right now, I'm really just wanting to sit back and wait for that Coinbase IPO. I think that's really where the opportunity is going to be today. Because right now, guys, whoo, his market's booty. All right, let's see if we can actually hold 13 here and start getting the leg up on TV. Oh, TV. Yeah, so today's dance lesson, ladies and gentlemen, is off the theme of ice, ice, baby. Doom, 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 doo, doo, doom, doom. Ice, ice, baby. Toss the pizza up, and shimmy, and shimmy. All right, let's see if we get that nice, strong dump crack on down to that 12.59. I'll be looking to take that for a bounce and scalp it very, very quickly. But again, I mean, it's fighting to hold on up here. I don't know if I'm a huge fan of the price action. I haven't been a fan of anything last week. All right, so right now, TV, all eyes on this as we're trying to hold above 13 and that 9 EMA. Again, we had this leg up, pulled back to the 9. This leg up, getting a nice little pull back into the 9 as well. But again, we do have that better support at that 12.59. So we just got to wait to see how this candle closes out. Maybe get some kind of good indication, confirmation, you know, on a move back up to retest those highs of 1385 over on TV. Television. Telemundo. Crack, baby, crack, baby, crack, baby, crack! Jared, what scanners? Benzinga, no, these are actually trade ideas. Trade ideas, baby. Best of the best. So trade ideas, $240 per month. Not a cheap investment, but hey, you got to have all the proper tools in front of you to be successful. So we have that nice little volume pop there over the 9 EMA on TV. So I actually went ahead and took this long for a quick little pop over the 13 if we can get it. I do like the volume off the 9, but I'm keeping it really tight because if we do not get that pop here, we start losing that 1293-ish area. That's where I'm going to go ahead and cut it. But I do have an entry at 1298, looking for a rebreak over 13 for a quick little scalp here. Again, we just had that nice little volume pop right over that 9 EMA, looking like we could see this get a nice little 10-cent pop or so. And right now, it's just a little all over the place. There it goes. Matt talking about OCGN. Yeah, I mean, might as well check out something that may be moving because OCGN don't really have any too much else going on. I think traders are really just kind of sitting back this morning waiting for that IPO. I mean, that's been the talk of the town lately. So we got OCGN announces John Paul Gabriel as Senior Vice President, Manufacturing and Supply Chain. So yeah, we got some news. Is it great? Is it fantastic? No, but it's definitely getting some hype to the stock. So right now, OCGN. How high can it go? Let's go ahead and dial into some of our higher time frames. Just try and map out some key levels of support resistance. And what I see is right around that 750. I see 750 bouncing, bouncing, bouncing. Resistance, resistance, resistance. So somewhere around that 750 over on OCGN. And we're watching TV for that possible double bottom here. It's trying to respect VWAP. It's trying to respect the 9. So if we can put in that double bottom right off VWAP, we could definitely get our next leg up here. But right now, it's just fighting for it, right? It's 250-50. We got to just wait for this candle to close on out, see how it looks. But right now, it's looking more or less, in my opinion, like we're going to see that 1259 mark. There we go. Let's see if we get a nice big crack. Really strong and heavy right down to 1259. $12.98, 12. 78. Okay. So I'm not looking for the bounce now. The bounce, I want to see a very strong, just boom, dump, very strong bounce. Right now, it's slow and steady down to that 1259 mark. So we're going to keep that level on watch and wait for a proper, bottom to see if we can actually get that transition back on up over on TV. UTSI is not doing anything. GALT is not doing anything. RIOT is just, slow and steady down. Same thing with MARA. ELTR as well. IDEX, nothing going on there. MBRX, nothing. BT, yeah, I mean, it's slow and steady. We're breaking over the previous highs. We're pulling back beautifully into the previous high. Right now, once again, breaking over the previous high. We want to see it actually hold 18.5 support. Over on BTBT, and this one, room up to 1950. All right. So, yeah, there's nothing going on, guys. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'd rather spend this time wisely and actually, get you guys up to speed on anything, answer some of your questions, reviewing maybe some setups for some swing trades, some long-term analysis, while the market really isn't providing a lot of great opportunity. Sometimes the best trade is no trade. You know what I mean? So if you guys are just kind of sitting back like, I'm not trading. Hey, sometimes the best trade's no trade, especially in this market, guys. So right now, again, questions, comments, concerns, please let me know. I'll be more than happy to get those questions answered. Where's the LULD on TIGR? LULD is still pretty high up. See if we get a quick little fake pop over 20. A lot of daily resistance around 20 bucks. Jeff, that's a tough one because it's really just personal preference, right? It's really personal preference. I have a MacBook. It runs fine, right? As just a day trader, as someone that's just going to have a couple monitors, someone's going to have, scanners, a live stream, a chat room, and a broker. If you're not doing a lot of crazy stuff, you're not doing video editing, you're not doing streaming, you don't have 5 brokers, you're not hosting, a live stream, then you don't need anything crazy. You need, again, personal preference on Mac or Windows. They're both going to be sufficient. Windows is going to work better with a lot of your trading applications, like Trade Ideas, for instance. They don't have a Mac version. It's only a Windows version. So you're going to see more luck with Windows working on a lot of your trading platforms and services. And Windows is just, I would suggest Windows. If you don't care at all, you're going to get good quality, good high performance computer. You're going to save a lot of money doing Windows over Mac, and a lot of your trading tools and services and whatnot are going to work better on a Windows computer over Mac. But I have a Mac just because I have an iPhone and iPad. And I do like the Mac for a lot of my editing and stuff like that. Not so much on the go, because I can't even pull up my scanners on the go and whatnot. So it's really not a good high-performance computer for stuff like that. But it is a good little computer for on the go if I'm just trading by myself, Big order coming through on TIGR, maybe spoofing the level 2. Came in, took it out. Came in, took it out. There's $20.10, 2014. This one could technically get a push all the way up to the high 20s. Right off that high from Monday was the high. Right there around $20.81. I don't know yet. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not really looking at shares. I'm looking at how much do I want to invest. I haven't really determined that. But let's just say hypothetically, I'm going to invest $10,000 into COIN and I'm going to hold it as a long-term investment, right? Am I going to take 10 grand and buy it all at once today? Absolutely not, right? I'm going to break it down into 10 to 20 trading days. So I'm going to take that 10 grand, divide it up over those 20 days. That's $500 per day. And I'm going to come into the market every day and I'm going to invest $500 and buy X amount of shares, right? I'm going to allocate my funds. I'm going to slowly scale into this over 10 to 20 days, just so the volatility and all the craziness that we are probably going to expect to see over the first couple of weeks, you know, I'll get a nice average cost basis. So again, I don't know how many shares that's going to equate to because I don't know where coin's going to be. Am I going to be buying at 5? Is it going to dump to 100? Am I going to have an average cost basis of 150, 250, 350? I don't know. All I know is say 10 grand. 20 trading days, that's $500 a day. I'm going to go in and buy $500 worth and I'm going to build my position so I get a really nice good average. And again, I'm looking to hold this one. So BT looking a little weak right now. Starting to dip back below that level of prior resistance. Tried to hold it right now, looking a little bit weak. What's TV doing? TV's moving on up a little bit. UTSI. I mean, UTSI may get a little bounce, but I don't expect it to be much off that 50-day. Oh, coin, you go ahead and do that IPO, baby. We're ready. We're ready to go. Yeah, absolutely. Trading the market, FOLD, nice little cup and handle. Trying to get a break, but again, we don't have a shit ton of volume. Which it definitely could move on up, but I just noticed when I had my cursor laying over it, it only traded 500 shares. I'm like, wow. But again, it does have that nice little technical. It could pop over the 1025. So if I'm trading on the go and I don't have my scanners, what do? So I'll actually tap into my my home computer. So I actually have a remote PC application. So I'll leave my computer on. Basically, I'll just leave my scanners up so I can actually tap into it and look at what, you know, my desktop has. So I'll just tap into it with an app called Remote PC. Is GALT shortable? GALT is shortable, yes. GALT on light speed is shortable. Speaking of shorting, I do like the short on TIGR. I think it may pop a little bit over that 2020, maybe hit 2025. But I do like some of the weakness that I'm seeing as the stock's making a new high at $20.20. I'm looking for a little bit bigger of a pullback. I mean, it does have room to 2081, but I think we'll re-break 21st before getting that leg up. I could be wrong. You know, I've been wrong the last 2 weeks, baby. You guys have seen the best losing streak of all time. Just be careful about putting your information out there. Yeah, I don't use remote PC. What are you guys talking about? I don't use that. Pfft, not at all. Not at all. I was fibbing. All right, let's see if we can get that crack back down below 20 on TIGR. Maybe look to cover some of this around 1975. Free DBDB free because TIGR is easy to borrow. So I'm just paying my standard commissions and fees. Maddie, have you used Holly with trade ideas? I have not. I have not. I read some reviews. It's like 50-50 across the board as far as the reviews. So no, I haven't really dove into it and utilized it. Here we go. We're starting to see it crack down below 20 now on TIGR. I'm looking for another 15 cents or so. I'm okay with my cost basis on it. I'm right at like that 2009 mark. So at this point in time, if it re-breaks 20 and starts the push, you know, I'll definitely be below break even on the trade. So right now I'm happy with the cost basis. I want to give it a little bit of time to move. But again, with this market, we know like, you know, the more I give shit time to move, the more I'm breaking even, you know, and stuff. I got to just lock in those quick, you know, $10 trades, I guess. So buyers back above 20, trying to hold it on up. Go ahead and start cleaning up some of the watch list right now, like MBRX not doing anything, BTBT not doing anything, GALT not doing anything. So I'm just cleaning the watch list up. UTSI not doing anything. TV still may have some potential. TIGR still moving on up. Ooh, this market makes me want to yawn. Market makes me want to go back to bed. I'm going night-night, market. I'm going back to sleep. What do I think about MARA on the dip? You know, we gotta, if it's gonna actually reverse, we gotta see some kind of confirmation for reversal. We're getting a bounce right now off 45.85. Trying to hold the 13, trying to hold previous resistance and support. So ideally what we would want to do is wait for proper confirmation of a reversal, right? Come down, double bottom, higher low, give us something. Could it squeeze? Yes, but we're going to have profit takers off this reversal. Looking to take profit at the 9 EMA or at VWAP. So about another 80 cents or so is where a lot of people look to be taking some profit off that bounce of 45.85, 46 bucks. And we see the bounce is occurring on decreased volume. So, right, we had increased volume. We had our volume lesson yesterday. Increased volume along the sell-off. That shows that we're gaining strength to the downside. Stock's now bouncing on decreased volume. This is a pullback strategy, but to the short side, right? When the stock is falling on increased volume, the stock bounces on decreased volume. That's good odds that we should see the next leg down. Right, so we know we have resistance around the VWAP, the 9 EMA. We're bouncing on decreased volume. That's a good indication that we may see this reverse and come back down towards around 46 bucks. And give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back with you. All right. Yep, TIGR still squeezing to the upside. TIGR does have that resistance off Monday's highs. So if we go to like a 5-minute chart, we go back, we have those highs of $20.88 is where a lot of traders' targets are going to be. So I'll look to retake that short. TIGR, I made like $13. Woohoo! 13 bucks. So right now, slow, steady to the upside. You guys got room to $20.87 if you are currently long on TIGR. And so, guys, this is why technical analysis and understanding it is very, very important, right? Because from first glance, you think, oh, look, the dip on MARA, right? That's going to be a good bounce. But when we apply volume on top of everything we're seeing, right? Increased volume to the downside, decreased volume bounce into the 9 EMA where traders do look to take profit, the ones that were buying the dip, right? Now you have more shorts moving in. So that was actually very, very predictable right off that 9 EMA to take this short for the next leg down over on MARA. But we could still bottom out. We could still bottom, hold a higher low, double bottom, and actually get a proper reversal here. So we still need to keep this on watch to see if it does set up. All right, so MARA still has about 2 minutes for this 5 minute candle to close. If we're looking at this reversal on the 5 minute, we need to wait for it to actually close so we can have a good indication on which way this is going to go. So we'll come back to this in about 2 minutes. TIGR pulling back. Let's actually look at TIGR because I do believe this one has some good room up to that $20.87 mark. Really, KELYB is moving? You guys remember KELYB? This was a one of those random pumps from $20 all the way to $60. This one's getting some action again over on KELYB. Traders are desperate. Traders are desperate to get something going. And so right now you got this really random pump again over on KELYB. So I guess we'll keep this one on watch. I mean, sometimes these go just absolutely bananas. If we're looking at an LULD on it, we still have a little bit of room. And you got CIDM trying to put in a nice little reversal here above VWAP. So CIDM doesn't look all that bad as long as it holds that 133. But we're just not seeing anything really hold on up, are we? So, I mean, this is a proper reversal. Just looking at it on the 1 minute, it looks really, really good. Trying to hold above VWAP off a slightly higher low. Definitely has good looks to it, good potential to get a reversal here. But again, I'm not, super optimistic and confident just because of the market conditions, right? Ooh, buddy! Woo, buddy! What a day it is. I'm just waiting for that Coinbase, baby. That's where the money's to be made. So do you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns? Please let me know. I want to definitely keep it fun and entertaining, engage with everybody. But again, when the market's slow, it's just, what's there to talk about, right? Like right now, what is there to talk about? So if you guys, any topics, anything that we should cover, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to, again, just take some time away from the market, answer some questions, make sure you guys are getting value while you guys are here on the live stream. I hate being silent. I hate being quiet. But again, when the market's slow like this, there's just not a lot of commentary. There's not a lot to talk about. So I'm long on CIDM, guys. I like the fact that we're trying to hold these lows, looking for a possible reversal here. Over on CIDM, stops are 132, I'm just keeping it tight. If we start cracking below this floor, 132, most likely going to come on down to 130, 125. Let's see if we get this little pop back over 137. If we can hold the VWAP now, 135, we can get some volume. 137, 138. We could definitely retest 147 highs. Do you buy your long-term holds on another platform? I do. I use Webull. The only reason is they had all these tier deposits. Sign up an account, get some free stocks. Deposit some money, get some free stocks. Refer people, get some free stocks. Make a transfer. So I transferred from TD to Webull. I got some free stocks. I actually got Facebook. They gave me like $500 in free stocks just to transfer my money over. So yeah, I use Webull for my long-term stuff. I separate all of my accounts, by the way. I separate everything. Options, day trading, investing, right? All separate accounts. I keep it separate. And that's highly recommended. Hey, there we go. At least someone's getting some money from Webull. I saw this new, this little promotion they got going on. $500,000 worth of Tesla shares available, waiting to be claimed. Go ahead and collect the 5 cards. And I just saw a recent post on someone's like, oh, I'm in. I collected all the cards. And it's like 100 other thousand people did as well, or some crazy shit. So I did the math. I'm like, oh wow, you get $20. You get 20 bucks because there's so many people that participated in that promo. So I don't really dive into those types of promos because I mean, again, everybody does. You get like 20, 30, 40 bucks. But definitely anytime they do like a free stock or anything like that, I'm in. I'm in. My first big stock from Webull, got a Facebook, 280 bucks, free money, free 200 bucks. Brett, am I holding crypto? No. The only thing I have is, believe it or not, the meme coin, Doge. I saw people talking about it early in the year. It was like 0.0008, so it was less than a penny. I bought like 10,000, 11,000 Doges because I'm like, it's $100. It's 80 bucks. I mean, best case scenario, traders really hype it up and it goes. Or worst case scenario, I lose 80 bucks. I've made $1,000. Right now, I'm up to like $1,500, $1,400 on that, on an $80 investment. So I'm just going to hold it. If people want to hype it up and pump it up, that's fine. I'm in at the absolute low, the bottom. Right when people started first talking about it, I was like, screw it. I'll invest $100. Why not? Yeah, I know, like last night I was checking it finally broke over 10 cents, which is the new support level. So we don't want to see it drop back below 10. And right now it's hovering around 12. So yeah, I mean, who knows? Maybe in a year it's up to 20, 30. Who knows? It's a meme coin. There's nothing there. But you never know what's going to happen, right? Everybody was so skeptical about some of these other altcoins when shit started moving. And some of these coins actually have, you know, decent moves to them. So again, fundamentally, it's a meme coin. I know that. Technically, do I think enough traders want to start hyping it up? Could they? Yeah, I think so. So yeah, might as well hold my $80 in there and see if it turns into 10 grand. Who knows? But again, at the end of the day, if it goes to shit, I lose $80. You know what I mean? But yeah, as far as crypto, I've never really dove into it. As far as fundamentally, which ones to get invested in, I know it's like the next internet thing, right? It's the next .com. And I know we're just in the early stages, so it is very important for me to do my due diligence and research to see which ones have the best potential to actually, stick around for a good amount of time. Yeah, right, Mike? Yeah, it's going to 10,000. If it goes to 10,000, I'm a millionaire and I'm done. If it goes to 10,000, I quit my day job. I'm done. All right, so I'm heavy and I am long on CID. I'm looking for a big move here, ladies and gentlemen. I am long and I am heavy. If you look at a share size, it's heavy. Look at it an investment, it's not all that much, right? I'm investing $13,000, right? I got 10,000 shares of CIDM. Average cost basis of 135. Looking for that bounce, looking for that push. We have room back up over 140. All right, we do have some nice room here if we can really get some nice momentum behind this. So we got 137 on the bid. I'm definitely taking profit around 140. 137 on the bid, 138 on the ask. I think this has some potential to it. So again, we're looking for a quick pop up to 140 so I can lock in some cheddar cheese. Got a lot of momentum. We got a lot of orders going through, and a lot of these orders are all green. So as far as momentum goes, it looks like we have a lot of buy. There we go. We have a huge buyer right there. Huge buyer over 137. Got about 100,000 shares. I'm going to take some profit at 138. Got to be smart here, guys. I'm locking in a little bit of ched at 138. See if we can get a quick pop. 139. I'll lock in a little bit more. And I know a penny doesn't seem like a lot, but a penny is $100, right? Every penny this moves, I make $100. So if I can get, another couple cents out of this, I'd be happy. There's 138. Can we get 139 on the bid real quick so I can take it? There we go. There, I'm going to take a little bit more right there. Looking for a break over 140 now. Locking in profit when I have it. Finally, we got something moving, ladies and gentlemen. We got something that worked out beneficially to us. That's what I'm talking about. Technicals were respected on that play. I love it. That's what I like to see. Anything back on 148 on the bid, I'm going to start locking it up. I want to see these buyers push 140 here. I'm keeping it tight, guys. That's the market we're in. I'm keeping it really, really tight. Why would I put my stops back down at break even when I got 200 bucks on the table? I'm going to lock it in, but I'm going to give this a chance to see if we can pop over 140 here. Right now, we got bids at 139. If bids drop back into 138s, I am going to go ahead and just take my money. Let's see if we can get a 140 pop here. Decent volume. A lot of sellers at 140. A lot of buyers stepping up to the table at 139. So it's a mix. It's a war right now. They're battling it out. Buyers and sellers slashing off heads, cutting people, sticking knives. Blah. No one's won yet. We still got a couple fighters left out there on the field. They're fighting hard. Who's going to win? Is it going to be the buyers? Is it going to be red team? Or is it going to be green team? All right, who's going to win this one? I'm rooting for the buyers, baby. I'm rooting for the buyers. Let's go. 140 CIDM. You got a couple more pennies in you. You got a couple more. I want to see you break 140, baby. And I want to see you, bah. I want to see you just, bah, right through 140. Just like that. I want to hear you say it too. Bah. All right. Right now, holding strong at 139. Sellers are holding strong at 140. Who's going to win this? I'm locking it up. I'm going to lock it up on CIDM. I'm going to go ahead and lock it up. Quick 300 bucks. I need a couple more trades like that and we're doing good, baby. A couple more trades like that and we're doing good. Yes, I do, William. This is my full-time job. Been my full-time job for a year and a half. Yeah, I know. There's a lot of action in crypto. I get it. I've been told that for a very, very long time. But I need to exchange knowledge for knowledge. All right, I need to meet someone and talk to someone that knows a lot about crypto where they can exchange all of their knowledge with me, get me up to speed, so I'm confident in trading it. And I can exchange something that I got. I got a skill set, right? I got some knowledge. I got some value. I just got to find that person that really knows crypto. Right? If I want to invest in it, not day trade it, but invest, I need to know how to diversify my crypto portfolio. Diversifying a crypto portfolio is going to be much different than diversifying your stock portfolio, right? So it's two completely different worlds. I know you need to allocate 25% to Bitcoin. Then you need to allocate 25% to the top 5 altcoins. Then you got to allocate 10% to, this and this and that. There's a strategic way to diversify in crypto, but I don't know what it is. I need that pie chart. Does anybody got the pie chart? Dance lessons for crypto knowledge? Oh, all right. Dance lessons. Dance lessons. There we go. See, look, I'm getting it. I'm ready for those crypto lessons. I'm dancing away right now. I'm making a fool of myself. I don't care. All right. So, there's your dance lesson right there. You gotta shimmy it, right? That's all I do when I go out. Elbows out, right? Put them in. Elbows in, hands up, and just shimmy, right? That's all you gotta do. It's just shimmy. It's that easy, guys. So again, instead of just having your arms flaring, just lock them to your sides and just shimmy, guys. Just shimmy. Ooh. What your wife say if she were there to walk in? She'd be like, dude, why are you acting weird again? Actually, she probably wouldn't say anything. She'd look at me and be like, yeah, this is normal. This is normal all the time. So it does not shock me at all that he's in here shimmying. All right, so guys, let's go ahead and dive back into the stock market. We're waiting on that coin IPO. We just locked in some decent money on CIDM. Feels good to get one successful trade, right? Feels good to nail the entry, to nail the target. It actually worked out favorably, right? The one stock that really set up. It feels good to finally have a decent green trade in this shit market. Let's just say it how it is. It is a what? Shitty market. Capital S-H-I-T. It sucks. So it feels really good and relieving to get one solid trade. So maybe that's all I needed. I needed to break through, right? I needed to break through those reds so I can start seeing some green. They complain, but they secretly love a little goofy. Who doesn't love a little goofy, guys? Come on. Not only are you coming to learn and trade, make some money, but now you get a laugh, right? This is just organic laughter. I'm not working hard for it. I'm just a dumbass. I'm goofy. And you guys are laughing while you're making money, having a good time. If I have to make a fool of myself for your guys' amusement, I'll do it every day. Oh yeah. All right, so what do we got going on? No. C to the I to the D to the M. What is this? I don't care. How do you feel about IDEX bounce off the 50 EMA? I don't use the 50 EMA, but let's just go look at IDEX. I don't like it. The only thing that I don't like about it is look at how it's moving. It's moving, 10 cents in almost an hour. It's just not moving enough, right? I like really hot, volatile stocks that actually move. I'm not a huge fan of how slow and steady it is. But let's go ahead and take that out of the equation, right? I'm not, whatever. What do we have? We have resistance at 293, right? So what do you expect? What do you think is going to happen at 293? What do you think is going to happen when the stock tags this 13 SMA? What's the likelihood? The likelihood of people taking profit, it coming back down, and then maybe getting the break. But this is really intraday, only the first attempt to get through this 13 SMA, right? Over the 13 SMA, where do we have resistance? Well, pre-market highs. So if we do break the 13 SMA, where are traders that are long looking to take profit? 296. All right, let's say it breaks 296. What other level of resistance do you have? You have $3. So right now at this point in time, you have maybe 3.6 to 9 cents before you probably see a pullback because traders are going to be taking some profits, right? So looking at it that way, I wouldn't be going long right now. I'd be either A, waiting for a better pullback, B, if it's shortable, maybe shorting this play off resistance. But right now, I wouldn't be wanting to get involved. It's just not doing enough, right? It's not really moving enough for it to really interest me, for me to pay attention to it. Yeah, I see a lot of resistance. I see 13 SMA resistance. I see pre-market high resistance. I see $3 natural resistance, all within that 6 cent range. So I do see a lot of resistance right overhead. Oh, shit, coin's open? Coin? Oh, no, it's not. Who said that? DBDB. You do that again, DBDB? I'm excluding you from giveaways. You got my hopes up, man. I got all excited. DBDB. Well, I thought we were friends, DBDB. I thought we were best friends and buddies. Man, I was going to hit you up, invite you to the house for our barbecue on Sunday. I was going to give you some beer. I was going to let you drink from my kegerator. Man, DBDB. I thought we were friends. Disappointed. Oh, man. I'll be hyped up when the Coinbase IPO goes live. Yeah, DBD, that was wrong. I'm sure everybody else in chat in the live stream got hyped up too. What? Shit, come on. When can we start sending subscriptions to Alpha Day Trading? It was supposed to be this week, guys. It was supposed to be this week. I don't know what's going on with my developer. I know she had a kid 6 months ago. Usually she gives me a time frame, and she hits it 2 days early or 2 days late. It's been 3 freaking weeks. And every time I ask for an update, I don't get an update. It's like beat around the bush. I'm like, either A, you're not doing the work and you're keeping me going. Do I need to find someone else kind of thing? But I don't want to be rude because she does really good work. So again, I don't know, guys. I don't know. The lovely thing about it is at least I'm here during the day, absolutely free. But I do want to get everything up and running again because it's just an awesome experience being inside the chat room. It blows this out of the water. There's so much stuff. But yeah, hopefully in the next week, I'm definitely no later than end of the year. All right. So no later than the end of the year. And if you guys want to become affiliates, you love what we do, you want to help support this community. Because again, my goal, my mission is to make this the best educational community out there, making proper trading education more affordable. You guys know the drill. Sign up, become an affiliate, right? The affiliate section is live. You can go to alphadaytrading.com And you can actually sign up, become an affiliate, get your own link. You can share it with people, and you actually make money for sharing what you love, especially if you love what we do. Yeah, Mike, I kind of like it free. Yeah, dude, who doesn't like free stuff? I don't know, actually. Not a lot of people like free stuff. I'm giving away a free course I built 3 years ago. You know, I was selling the course for 99 bucks. Oh, it's too cheap. There's something wrong with it. People look at like free as like, oh, it's free. Pfft, there's got to be something wrong with it. Oh, it's only 100 bucks. Other courses are $2 grand. There's got to be something wrong with it, right? There's always got to be something wrong with it when someone's trying to help. The mindset, it's crazy. Ameritrade has it at 250, not active yet. I don't even see it on Ameritrade, but I'm ready to go, guys. You best believe I am ready to go for this this IPO. Come on, stock market. What do we got? Disney? Disney. About a point of room. Okay. I mean, you got Disney flagging off the 90 in May. It could definitely pop back over 190 over on Disney. Disney could definitely pop back over 190 here. For sure. Let's see if we got something going on Disney. That would be the higher low, so you're looking at 150 of risk on. I don't know if I want to put myself in that position. Oh, on the Ameritrade app. Gotcha. That makes sense. You know what? Disney does look okay. Disney doesn't look all that bad. Definitely looking like it wants to flag here. Look at the volume. Nice increased volume. Consolidating on decreased volume. We have the pullback. We have this higher low. So, I mean, we could put stops down there at... Ah, man, that's the thing, though. Is like target, you know, you don't want to start locking it around 190 in case it doesn't break over 190. So, again, risk-reward's not sweet. And plus, you got that 189.34 that is trying to hold up. Okay. I mean, that's the 50-day moving average. You know, it cracked it. We got back above. We're trying to hold and flag above it as well. So with that being said, I can actually reduce my risk to about 20 cents on Disney. Let's dial this into like a 2-minute time frame. Definitely looks like it wants to reverse. I mean, it really looks like it wants to reverse. We had support, flushed out, back above, holding. I'm thinking about another entry on CIDM, guys. All right, so I'm thinking of another entry possibly coming on up on CIDM within the next 5 minutes. So just a heads up. And what I want to go ahead and do real quick, I want to challenge you guys over the last couple weeks, all of the analysis, all the education that we've provided. Look at CIDM if you're not in a trade, if you're just sitting back on your hands and you're like, what shall I do? Look at CIDM and tell me what you see. Again, it's not the best setup, okay? And I know that coming into it. It's not a clean, great setup. The market sucks. But what do you guys see on CIDM that stands out to you? If anything, I just want to, you know, again, I want to kind of pick your guys' brain and see where you're kind of sitting at as well. Actually, don't even look at it now. It's starting to fail. So scratch that. Yeah, so again, focus delta. Delta. So would you play an options, a short-term options play? Yeah, absolutely, because we're looking at a day trade. If you were looking to buy a call and you're looking for this to be a 5 to 10 minute trade, then absolutely, you're going to get the most reward out of a 2-day expiration contract. You can actually go in and buy the 192.5s for 90 bucks. If the stock moves $1, you're going to make $30. That's really good return, right? That's 30% return. If you bought one contract and Disney retests these highs, you will make roughly 30% on your investment per dollar move that Disney makes on the 192.5 call. So again, you can use the delta to assess your profit. How much can I make? You can use the delta to assess your risk, right? Let's say I'm going to risk 50 cents on Disney. If Disney comes down the 189, I'm out, right? You're going to lose about $15 per contract, right? So about 15%, 10% give or take. All right? So absolutely, you can buy those and you're looking for a day trade. Oh, I'm about to break out some Dave Matthews. Oh, Disney, why you look so good? Right after you bounce, you gotta break 190. Oh, Disney. Ha! Ha! Come on, baby. You tried to give it a go, Disney, you dirty little dog, you. You looking good. You were looking like you wanted to go, kapow! You still may go, kapow! Come on, baby. Let's go ahead and flip that back to a 5-minute chart. All right, still got our nice little consolidation right here above the VWAP, above the 9 EMA. Definitely trying to give it a go over on Disney. Definitely. If we look at our 50-day moving average, it's at 189.34. So right now, 189.34 is our level of support. Now we're looking for our push back up to 190 and a re-break to possibly either A, retest or exceed those 190.40 highs. That would be the ideal goal out of the flag, right? Flags are continuation patterns, right? So when we see a bull flag, like we're kind of seeing on Disney, all right, leg to the upside, we have that increased volume, period of consolidation, forming our flag, right? We can see that we have the flag, decreased volume. This is a continuation pattern. So when we break out, we want to see it continue. And typically we can measure the first leg, and that would give us an idea of how big we could see that second leg move. All right. So again, bull flag, we want to see either A, retest those highs, take some profit, or B, get that nice leg up, right? Continuation pattern, possibly up to like 191, 191 and a half on Disney if it holds the flag, if it actually starts getting volume, if it actually breaks out. All right, but right now it has yet to do anything. We're still right in the tip of that flag. It's 50-50. It could dump, right? It could come pulling back down to 189. But we definitely have good potential for it to break because it's meeting criteria, right? Decreasing volume during that period of consolidation. We see a little bit of volume slowly trying to move on in here. We just need to see a little bit more, right? That's all we need. We just need a little bit more action. And right now it's kind of all over the place between 189.50, 189.70. It's right there kind of just all over the place, trying to figure out which way it wants to go. Anytime it pushes up to 189.70, it gets slammed back down into the 189.50s. Watch the level 2. Pushes up into the 189.70s, right? Gets slammed back down into the 189.50. So right now there's 89.61. You got 89.68 on the ask. There's 189.62. There's 64 on the bid. Now watch, it kind of like struggles. It's like the level 2 pauses for a second and then boom, slam. You guys know what that is, right? That's a big order. All right, so anytime that you see a freeze on the time and sales in level 2, kind of like it stalls for a couple seconds, right? That usually indicates a big order going through, which kind of seizes everything up for a second until it's filled, and then boom, you get the effect. So whenever you see that, it could be an indication that you have big orders, right? It pushes, you get a stall, like we see now, kind of freezes a bit, nothing happens, and then you get something that happens. So right now, we're trying to break 189.70 from the buyers. We're at 189.67. We got the asks at 189.70. See, look at that. You see how it froze for a second? right? Kind of like froze, nothing was happening, and then boom, 10-cent drop. Pushes back up, boom, 10-cent drop. So it's like someone has an interest in this stock not going past 189.70. Something's holding this stock down. So right now, I'm still holding my 500 shares of Disney. I'm looking for this to break out. If it comes back down into the 189.50s, I'm going to get out because I am starting to see some selling pressure, right? That's holding this stock down. We're starting to see a little bit of that selling pressure. Anytime it creeps up into the 189.67, 68, 69, it immediately gets slammed about 10 cents. That's a little bit of an indication that, you know, we definitely got some overhead selling pressure holding this down below 189.70. So we got 189.60s again. Just watch that level 2. This is a good level 2 lesson. Watch the level 2. You see how it was just at 189.55? Now we're at 189.65. 189.68. 189.69. 189.70. If it gets slammed again, 10 cents, that's an indication that, fuck, you know, it may not be able to break out. So we're holding at 189.69. We're on 89.72. There we go. 73, definitely making some progress in the right direction, right? Every 10, 15 cents or so, we want to see it hold on up, right? We finally got above 189.70, and for about a couple minutes there, 189.70 was hard to get above, right? So now we're above 189.70. There's 74. We do have room to 190. I do want to bring stops mentally up to break even, right? Now that I have about 10 to 15 cents of breathing room, why would I want to take this into a losing trade? If this is going to break out of this flag pattern, this should be the move, right? We know bull flags. When they break out, boom, volume, price action, we get a nice rip to the upside, right? Do we honestly want to see this back down at 189.65 when we already up 20 cents from our entry? Absolutely not. We want to see what we're seeing right here, right? We want to see what we're seeing right here on Disney. That is what we want to see out of these flags. Nice big push, nice big pop, holding its gains. 189.90 next, that's where I'm going to take half. Anything over 189.90, I'm going to take half and lock in a little bit of profit here. You got it, Disney. I believe in you. I'm coming to your theme park next week. You want me to come. Yes, you do. I'm taking half right there. All right, I took a little bit of cheddar. Let's see if we can go ahead, and stops are now break even 100%. So what am I going to do, guys? I'm going to take 250 shares. I'm going to put a stop in at 189.65. And if Disney's going to get a proper flag breakout and we see 191, I'm still going to lock in money. So right now, 250 shares of Disney going in at break even 189.65. Sell. And I'm going to give this some time to actually work its way up. If it's going to break out of this flag, if we're going to exceed that previous high, we could definitely be making another 200, 300 bucks on this play. So I locked in a little bit. Right? Stops are being brought to break even. I have enough breathing room, right? I got about 25 cents of breathing room here. Let's see if this works on out. So boom, we locked in about 30, 40 cents. Nothing crazy, right? Nothing crazy. Now, if you put that in perspective, that options contract, those options were $90. What are they worth now? They're worth 103. You would have made, you know, 10%. Right? Disney moved 30 cents, guys. Disney's moved 30 or 40 cents. Look, those options contracts are now up $20 a contract, right? So imagine having 10 contracts, $200. Imagine having 20 contracts. You'd make $400 on those options on a 40-cent move on Disney. Not bad. And that, guys, is what Matt does. Matt, our options team leader, that's exactly what he does, right? He'll take 10, 20, 30 contracts. He'll be looking for 50-cent moves. He'll be nailing trades, and he's great. So he's going to be in chat alerting his trades. And then he's also going to jump in periodically and do lessons and education with you guys. But primarily, he's going to be there. Hey, I'm looking at Disney. 157 call. I'm buying 10 contracts. My stop is 25 cents. Current price is 190.12. I'm looking for a 190.40 target. He's going to type it up. Boom. Alert in our options chat, and he's going to alert that out to you guys. He's going to do the same thing for futures. So if you guys want to trade futures, you guys want to trade options, and you want like good alerts from a 10-year successful trader on options and futures, Matt's your guy. All right, he will be providing alerts and then education every now and then. As you guys know, my main focus is that education. Wesley, IDEX moving, test new high today. Let's look at it real quick. IDEX. Yeah, we just got that overhead resistance up here, and it's not moving as much. We'll come back to it. We'll definitely look at it. TIGR getting a new little high a day here. Again, I've been waiting on that, 187, or I'm sorry, the 2087, maybe $21 mark for a possible short on TIGR. So Disney now, ideally, we want to see it hold above 190. So this could be a double top. This could double top and come back down, right? So it'd be a great idea to go ahead and lock in a little bit more profit up towards around that 190.40 just in case it double tops, but still leave a little bit on the table just in case it breaks and it rips and runs. I mean, we do have room up into the 191s, right? We do have room up to the 191s on Disney. And then Snapchat is looking good for a short. And I say that, this is, Matt's just go-to strategy that he taught me a while back, is when we get the third point of the downtrend off a lower low, we could definitely see this reverse and come on back down. So with that being said, I'm going to try to give Snapchat an opportunity here to come back on down below the 9, back on down below this 64.40 mark. See if we get that proper rejection. My stops are going to be right over these highs. If we break the downtrend and we start pushing over these highs, that's my stop. So very nice and tight. And technically, we do have room all the way back down to 63.80 over on Snapchat. It looks like I was triggered on Disney, which is okay. So I still locked in a couple bucks on Disney. My stop at break even did get triggered there, which is A-okay. All right, coin. IPO us. IPO us right now. We want that IPO right now. Oh, please tell me GameStop's not moving again. Is GameStop moving? Or is it dumping? Ah, GameStop, you're ripping. Why are you moving, GameStop? So, GME, GM to the E. Got news? Oh, unusual options activity. report. Unusual options activity report over on GameStop. So that's driving it up a little bit. Currently up about $20 on the day. There we go, Snapchat. There we go. Looking for a $64 target first. $64 target first over on Snapchat. Got that proper rejection. Let's see some selling pressure move on in down below into the 64s. Got 20 more cents. Let's see if we can get it. Can we get another 25 cents of downside? Come on, snappity snap. Be snappity snap with it. Come on. Come on. Come on, Snapchat. Snap, snap, snap. Let's go. We need to see these buyers lose 64.25. They're really trying to prop this up here. Again, I got a little bit of breathing room. You know, I'm in the green by about 10 cents or so. But I think we still do have more room to the downside, but I'm going to have to manage my risk really, really appropriately. Again, the market's just a little unpredictable. So with that being said, you know, now that I have 10 cents of breathing room, I'd rather stop at break even than hold this into a loss. So right now, I'm still going to give it a little bit more breathing room, see if we get that continuation on down into 64 bucks. Right now, my cost basis is 64.41. Give it a few more seconds here. I may go ahead and take half just to lock in profit when I have it. I'm going to lock in a little bit of profit just in case it squeezes over the entry. I can always re-enter if I still like it, but, you know, might as well lock in profit when you have it, right? So I went ahead and locked in a little bit there. And I'm actually going to do the same thing. So I'm going to go ahead and put a stop in the system at 64.41 on my size, 625 left. Let's go ahead and put buy in there. All right, we're good. Now we can just sit back, wipe your hands. They're all sweaty and you're good to go. Let's see if we get that $64 touch over on Snapchat. GameStop right now, getting some nice action to the upside. AMC's moving as well. Jeez Louise, yes it is. Look at AMC though, right at that 982. Jeez. AMC, very, very parabolic move to the upside, right into that level of resistance. Let's see if we get a proper rejection here and we get a little bit of a pullback on AMC. Again, right off that 982, 13-day moving average that has been respected before in the past. Volume looks good to the upside though, so we don't have any weakness right now. You're, you know, kind of like catching a falling knife to the downside, trying to catch the bottom. You can do the same thing with a short. You know, I want to short this really bad. Like, I really want to short this on AMC. But again, I don't really see any other criteria besides the 13 SMA, right? Do I have multiple separate reasons to take a trade? Do we have decreasing volume? Do we have any negative divergence? No. So it makes it a little bit riskier of a trade. Would that short have been payable? Yeah, I would have been paid out right there on that short. But again, I didn't have multiple separate reasons and I didn't feel as confident as I wanted to go ahead and jump into that short at 980 on AMC. But right now we do have some hype on both AMC and GME, which is good. We're actually starting to see some stocks move on up. I don't know yet. William. I don't know yet. Like, I think I'm going to start my buying tomorrow. I'm going to start my buying, you know, tomorrow on coin. Today, I'm gonna trade the technicals, right? I'm just gonna trade the technicals, see what we look like. If we ever dip really, really low based on the IPO open, I may go ahead and buy some today. I'll definitely let you guys know. All right, let's see how far Snapchat wants to fall. Right, let's see how far this wants to fall. Right now, I could technically put my stops at 64.35, but I'm going to wait for a bigger move down and then bring my stops underneath the previous high. Whenever it reverses, I get stopped out, but I'm going to scale out of this play. If we continue to drop and put lower lows and lower highs, lower lows and lower highs, I'm just going to continually bring my stops down a bit over on Snapchat. All right, so that's my game plan there. Really just trying to find the best of the best entry on GameStop, right? Like, where is it? Where is it, guys? It's not right here, that's for sure. AMC consolidating a little bit now above the 9. We could see a continuation move here, but we still have that 13 SMA at the high a day, which is going to make it somewhat tough to get through. Do we have anything else? CIDM coming off the watch list, ladies and gentlemen. TIGR is still on watch. Don't forget about that. TV, it looks done to me. RAOT and MARA just because of the Coinbase IPO. BT, we can take that off our watch list. PLUG, I may be actually buying some PLUG here coming up, guys. The reason why is we've actually pulled back off of our highs of 75 bucks all the way down to 27 prior resistance breakout area, excuse me, as well as that 200-day moving average. So what did I say on Monday? Don't buy it yet. Wait for a couple days, maybe a week of consolidation above the 200-day, then look to make some entries on PLUG. So I will be adding PLUG to my long-term portfolio. Down around this $30 mark if we continue to consolidate and respect that 200-day moving average over the next few days, okay? I'm not in anything right now. Right now, I'm not shorting GameStop. I'm not long on GameStop. Snapchat took me out, which is okay, right? It's okay. You know, green is green. It's not a huge green day, but the market's not providing exceptional opportunities, all right? So again, green is green, small base hits. Really just sitting back, waiting for one of the best trades, you know? So right now, the hype, definitely GameStop, AMC. Where's a good opportunity at on one of these two stocks? You know, if these are actually going to hold their gains. What happened with GameStop on Monday, right? It was moving up, but it didn't hold its gains. It gave everything plus some back. Again, we don't have a strong catalyst. Really, yeah, we don't have a strong catalyst that's really supporting this move. What's going on in crypto land? Crypto land, oh crypto land. What's going on in crypto land? Right now, I'm just sitting on the sidelines. You know, we definitely have some good opportunity here on GameStop if we get a proper setup. You know, the stock does move very, very quickly. So I'm curious to see if we get a bounce somewhere around this 158.60. I'm curious to see if we can pull back into that little, you know, hiccup area somewhere between the high and the low here, right in the middle. I would say 158.60. See if we get a possible bounce for the leg up over on GameStop. So if we pull back to that 158.60, somewhere in that range, I'm looking to go long with stops under 157.5. So my risk is about $1. We're looking for a nice couple dollar bounce here on GameStop off that level. If we can get a nice crack of 160, boom, right down into that 158.60 mark, look to take a little trade there. But again, it could definitely hold up the high, right? It could hold the high and bounce. It can come down and bounce off the low. That's why I'm putting my support line right in the middle of that high and that low off that little pullback that we saw right here around 11 o'clock, right? So I'm looking right here in that middle, that sweet spot. Right now it is trying to get a little bit of a bounce off that upper shadow. So right now, no reason to be getting involved in GameStop. It's a very high risk, high reward play. Could it squeeze over 165? Yeah, but need to get that best of the best entry here. Let's see what we look like up towards around these highs. Are we going to blast on past? Or are we going to get rejected? Right now, it's looking pretty strong. AMC got its little bit of a pullback. Where's our next level of resistance on GameStop? Well, pretty much right here is where we have a good amount of resistance on the daily chart over the past, got 1, 2, 3 days that was a pretty strong level. 1, 2, 3, 4 days actually that I see right off that 165.5 on GameStop. If we pop over that, we have room up to 173. Right now, we can put, light support right where we bounce. So right now, you got support at 160, resistance right here towards high a day, which is a lot of daily resistance. And if we hold and break this really strong, we have room to 170 over on GameStop. So I think we'll see a nice little healthy pullback here on GameStop. So with that being said, I'm actually going to grab a short here for a quick little pullback off what I expect to see a pullback off the highs before it levels off and breaks. So I'm going to grab a low risk short right now, just looking for this pullback off the second touch of the highs. Looking for it to come down maybe around 162. Keep pulling back. I'm just watching the level 2. Just watching the level 2. That's all I'm doing right now. 163.50. My finger's on the buy button just in case I see any kind of shift. I'm going to lock in the profit. Ah! Ooh, man, it felt good. Woo! All right, baby. Quick $209 off GameStop off the short. What I was looking at is, hey, this could be a breakout off a third touch if it has a higher low. It could double top and just completely dump. The odds were in my favor to take that short right off that high. So I went ahead and took the short off 165, covered it for about 2 points. Quick little $200 over on GameStop. That feels good. And let's see if we get a higher low for a possible transition to a third touch break. We just got to sit back and keep it on watch now. All right, GameStop putting in that higher low. Could definitely get another U-shape here and get that third touch breakout. Support right now is 160. It is a bit risky, just so you know. Your risk is about $3 right now on this play. I'm going to wait just a little bit longer. I'm going to wait for volume here, and I'm going to wait for a solid close. If it breaks on this 1 minute candle, fine. But if we have a nice close with good confirmed volume, I may jump in for that next candle to open and to break on over. But right now, I'm sitting on my hands. Right now, I'm not touching GameStop. It's a little risky right here. I'm going to wait for this candle and see how it closes, the kind of volume, all that good stuff. So right now, I'm on my hands. I'm not on my hands, but there we go. I'm on my hands. So right now, I'm sitting back and relaxing. You know, in any other market condition, I would have taken that trade there. Off that little pullback, close to the 9 with a little hammer doji on the 1 minute, I would have taken that trade for that leg up in a healthy market. But we're not in a really healthy market right now, so I'm not taking it. So I'm just going to sit back and relax. Wait to see what happens. While we sit back and relax, what's AMC doing? AMC's trying to flag a bit right here. AMC's got support at 950. Trying to flag, trying to hold 960. Has room back up to 980. So it's a 2-to-1 setup on the AMC. But I wouldn't be surprised if GameStop starts dumping, that you kind of see the same kind of shift in activity. To see AMC possibly, you know, start dumping as well. So let's see how this candle closes out on AMC. Let's see if we get a nice little pop in volume. Maybe get some kind of indication that, all right, buyers are ready. Not really seeing it here. GameStop. Let's do this. We're going to put GameStop up on the right. What time did GameStop really start getting volume? Right around like 10:45. What time did AMC start getting volume? Right around 10:45. A lot of volume at 11. So I would say that, you know, whatever GameStop does, AMC will probably follow suit. They're both kind of in the same category as far as meme stocks that people wanted to squeeze and whatnot. AMC is still fundamentally strong. AMC is definitely going to recover, in my opinion. So, but right now, if we look at kind of when volume really started pouring in, to GameStop was 10:45. Volume started pouring in at 11 o'clock on AMC. So if we start to see GameStop dump, I would expect to see AMC dump. If GameStop rips and runs over the highs, I expect to see AMC kind of follow suit as well, right? They're kind of doing the same thing right now, right? GameStop looking pretty weak. What's AMC doing? AMC's kind of looking a little weak. So right now, if I start to see GameStop rip and run, I will be looking to go long on AMC in a little bit of a sympathy play. For a little bit of a sympathy play. The charts almost look the same. Look at this. Leg up, pull back, big push. Leg up, pull back, big push. Hitting highs, right? Consolidating. Right now, hitting highs, consolidating. So similar chart patterns. And again, we only saw AMC starting to move up once GME was moving on up. So right now, my attention is right here on AMC. I'm looking to see what GameStop's going to do. So I'm going to take a small starter here on AMC, guys. So full transparency, I'm taking a small starter here on AMC. It is a risky play, just so you guys know. It is a riskier play. Right, there's no catalyst driving this movement. It could turn south at any time, so just keep in mind it is a higher risk, higher reward play. But right now, we're starting to see some nice movement on GameStop. Let's see if we see that sympathy on AMC. Let's see if we see the same kind of sympathy that we're seeing. Right, let's see if we're right. Let's see if they kind of do work well with one another. You got GameStop up towards around 165. Come on, GameStop. Come on, AMC. Let's go. If GameStop breaks over the highs, let's see if we get some nice volume over on AMC. So right now, my cost basis is 958. 958. You know me, in this market, guys, where are my stops at? Where are my stops? Break even. Right? Break even. I want to see this go ahead and get that nice solid move. There's no sense in holding this into a losing trade. Lock it in when you got it. 964 in the bid, 963 in the bid AMC. Looking for GameStop to possibly break over those highs and see if we get any kind of sympathy and momentum over on AMC off of a possible big break over on GameStop. Let's see what's going on. Right now, we're up towards around 165 on GameStop. Right now, we're up towards around 964 on AMC. So there we go. GameStop's trying to go. Now look at AMC, guys. You see that? GameStop approaching highs. All right, if that breaks out, watch for AMC to start ripping and running. All right, so right now, we're starting to see some nice action here on AMC, guys. So here we go. We're up towards around 170 on AMC. Let's see if we can hold these gains. Let's see if we get a break on GameStop. Let's see if that follows suit. We got a new high a day over on GameStop. 166, that's running. Let's see if we see some action move into AMC. Let's see if we're right. There's 171. All right, so far looking good, guys. So far looking great. There's a nice delay, so we can see GameStop move, and then we can get in on AMC out of that anticipation, out of that sympathy. Why did I choose AMC over GameStop? Because it seems like, you know, AMC's delayed in following GameStop, right? So when GameStop starts ripping, that gives me enough time to make my entries on AMC before it starts ripping, right? So that was kind of my mindset behind that. A little bit of psychology behind it as well. Anything back under 970, I'm locking it up. I like green, baby. I like green. All right, let's see if GameStop's going to keep squeezing. We know we have resistance at 981 on AMC. All right, we know we have resistance overhead at 981, but if we break over 981, we could see 10. We could definitely see 10. GameStop still squeezing. Let's see if AMC is going to follow and squeeze along with it. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. You got some in you. Don't give up on me, baby. When you reopen, I'm going to come to the movies. All right, AMC, when you reopen, I'm going to go and see a movie. I'm going to spend a shit ton of money. I'm going to buy your expensive-ass popcorn, right, and your expensive-ass candy. Psst, I'm going to smuggle stuff in, too. No, I'm kidding. I won't smuggle stuff in. I'm going to support you if you support me. AMC, I will support you if you support me. Let's go. 173, 171. I may start locking in some profits. I'm going to go ahead and lock it all in. I'm going to go ahead and lock it in completely there on AMC. I'm done. There we go. Woo! There we go. There we go. Give it to me, baby. I will definitely smuggle in some snacks. You damn right I'll be smuggling in those snacks. I go to the Dollar Tree. I get 5 different boxes of candy for $5 versus $5 for 1 box of candy at the movie theater. Get the fuck out of here. I'm smuggling stuff in all the time. All right, so right now, guys, I am currently up a base hit kind of day. A base hit kind of day. $537.27. Started off a little rocky. At one point, you guys saw I was down about $300. So over the last few trades, I've been able to basically squeeze out $800 in profits, right? So with that being said, not a bad day. Not a bad day whatsoever. I definitely have a lot of trades on there, right? I definitely have a lot of trades, but I can safely say and honestly say that I don't feel like I'm over trading. I'm not just trading the trade. I'm trading because there's actually setups, right? So again, I know I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different tickers, and I've traded some of these tickers a couple times. It seems like a lot, but you know, I'm getting in, getting out quick. Getting in, getting out quick. Base it. See another setup that's good? Low risk, getting in, getting out quick, right? So I can honestly sit here and say is like, okay, I don't feel like I'm over trading today. I feel like I'm just trading the setups. I'm locking in these quick base hits, and we're good. Hey, trust me, I'm glad to see green too. I love seeing green. My goodness. Been so long. It has been so long since I've seen green, and green's gonna make me cry. I love it so much. I'm gonna hold on to it. I'm gonna hold on to it. I do gotta leave the house at 12, believe it or not. So I may not be around too much for the IPO of coin. But if I'm here for a little bit, I'm here. But I have plans with the wife today. So that being said, right now GameStop hitting new highs. AMC slow and steadily following suit. We got anything else besides these two stocks that look like there's any kind of opportunity? Nope, 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 and nope, nope, nope. Nothing there to see. That's how I love how choppy the market is, right? Proper rejection, third touch, getting the sell off, boom. Come on in, squeeze people out, and then take it lower. That's just dirty stuff right there. That's dirty. Dirty. We're going to do the same thing, guys. We're going to do the same thing that we just did. Let's wait for a pullback on GameStop. Wait for it to level off. Let's see if we can follow suit with AMC. A little bit of a pullback, level off, and then see if we get a leg up on GME for a possible another trade here on GameStop. Give me 1 sec. I need to reply to this email. So I'm going to mute myself, but I'm still here. All right, we're good. All right, so there we go. We got GameStop squeezing. Let's see if we do the same kind of sympathy here on AMC. So we got GameStop with great volume looking to break over the highs. Let's see if we see some follow suit here on AMC. So new high on GameStop. New high on GameStop, guys. Let's see if we have that follow through with AMC. Right now, it's not really, we're not seeing that action, are we? Right now, we're not really seeing that action. Now we're starting to see a little bit. 165, 166. New high a day on GameStop. We're starting to see a strong pullback on GameStop as well. Probably starting to see a strong pullback here on AMC. Yep, strong little pullback across the board, so... All right. So right now, things are starting to slow down a little bit, right? Things are starting to slow on down a bit. Are we missing anything? AI hitting our breakout scanner. Let's just go check out a few other ones. Maybe we got some opportunity. Yeah, AI, my goodness. AI has a sweet daily setup. AI has a sweet daily setup. Those are my favorite kind of trades right there. So we're definitely going to keep AI on watch here as well. AI is starting to get some decent action to it. Decent. All of our stocks today are large float stocks on the leaderboard, which is unfortunate. CIDM was one we were watching earlier. What's up with this? Nothing. CD. EV. That one's very overextended. EEG. Yep. So AI, it's moving not bad actually. Not moving all that bad. So this one definitely has some opportunity. Let's keep this one on watch. I do like the consistency that we're seeing here with AI. I mean, I do like this nice consistent flow. Let's see if we level off around 72. Alrighty. All right. All right, looking for a 72 pullback on AI. I mean, I like the flow of this chart. Look, increase volume, decrease pullback. Increase volume, decrease pullback to the previous high. Nice run up, increased volume. Starting to see a little bit of that decreasing volume pullback. So let's see if we level at 72 on AI for a possible trade here coming on up. TIGR. TIGR. That was the short entry right to the freaking penny. Right to the penny. That may still have some opportunity. You guys have any questions? Do we have any questions, comments, or concerns, ladies and gentlemen? Please let me know. Other than that, we may be ending the stream here soon, but I do want to try and stay as long as I can until we get to that Coinbase IPO. Ah, man, it's hot in here. Woo! All right. All right, guys. Let me know if you have any questions, please. I'm always here to help. But with that being said, I don't see anything I want to get involved with, and I like $400. I like $400 on the day. I'll take it. Give me another couple weeks of that. We'll be good. Hey, we got a question. If I want to sell at a certain price, that would be a stop limit. So you got two different types of stops. Two. You got a typical stop. So let's say you're long on AI and you want to put a stop in the system at $71. You can just do a standard stop, right, at 71 bucks. So whenever that $71 is hit on the ask, your order will be converted to a market order and it will be filled instantaneously. Right? So you have a normal stop. Then you have a stop limit, right? So let's say you want to put a stop at 70, right? So whenever the ask hits $70, your limit order will be triggered. Let's say you have a stop at 70 and a stop limit at $69.99. Let's say the price comes falling through $70 quick. So by time 70 is triggered, your order is converted to a limit order and hits the exchange, the price may be below that limit to where your stop limit may not get filled depending on how volatile the stock is. So you have to understand you have a normal stop that will actually convert your order into a market order when that price is hit, and then you have a stop limit that will actually convert the stop into a limit order. So again, if you want to make sure you're getting out 100% guaranteed, use a normal stop, right? Stop limits, sometimes, you know, price will blow past your stop and it won't get filled and you'll be down much more than what you anticipated. That's why I prefer normal stops. You put a stop limit order and it's sold at the current price. That could also be your paper trading platform. Maybe it doesn't respect stops. I'm not sure. Some paper trading platforms are a little iffy with, you know, stops and whatnot. And it's sold at the current price. I wouldn't know why. No, I only use stop, you know, just basic stops. Using TD, that's weird. Yeah, because I know you have two different types. You have a stop and a stop limit. I just use normal stops. I put it at the price in which I want to be filled, and when it's hit, it'll convert to a market order, and I'll be filled immediately. Yeah, sometimes there's slippage, but I would rather get out immediately if I'm stopped out versus my limit being tripped. That's what we call it, is your stop limit being tripped, and the price continuing to move down, your order never going through, and you taking an even greater loss. I'd rather take a little bit of slippage and make sure I'm at least getting out. I hope so. We're waiting for it. We are waiting for it over on COIN. All right. I don't know what my plan on coin is. We don't even know what the price is going to IPO at. Some say 253, 4. As far as like a day trade, I don't have a plan. Right? I don't have a plan because I have yet to see what the technicals look like. Long term, I think Coinbase is going to be a fucking great long-term investment. I really do. I think Bitcoin's at its very beginning. I think crypto's at the very beginning. And I think that Coinbase has a lot of long life ahead of it. So my plan for a long-term investment is, again, to take my funds, let's say $10,000, and I'm going to allocate a percentage of those funds every day for 20 days. So again, if you have $10,000 you want to invest in Coinbase, don't do it all at once. What if it IPOs at 450, comes down to 4, you think that's the bottom, you invest 10 grand and it hits 100. You'd be like, damn it. I wish that I would have waited for that 100 bucks. I'm in at 3. I'm down a lot of money, right? And I have no more funds to buy at $100 to bring my average cost basis down. So don't buy all at once. Average in. So again, I have, say, 10 grand that I want to invest over 20 days. All right, so that means every day that I come into the market and I pull up COIN, I'm going to buy $500 worth of shares, right? If it's at 500, I buy $500 worth of shares, right? 1 share. If it comes down to 100, I buy 5 shares, right? If it comes down to 50 for some crazy reason, it's at 50 bucks. I come in and I buy more shares. So what am I doing? I'm scaling into this play. If the price continues to come lower, I'm bringing my cost basis down. I'm getting a really nice average over the next 20 days. And then again, I'm going to hold it long term. All right, so that's what you have to do. It's called a dollar cost averaging strategy, but that method is where you take your money and you invest every month, every month, every month. We can apply the concept over a specific period of time. So my specific period of time is going to be 20 days and probably 20 grand, right? So over the next 20 days, I'll probably go on 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, and just buying as the stock moves. So I get a really nice, good average on the play. Do I use OCO brackets when buying stocks? I do not use other cancel. It's other cancels other brackets. I do not use OCO. I do not use OCO brackets. So in our lesson with offerings, that's completely different. That's different. So when we have our offerings lesson, that's a little bit different. That doesn't really talk too much about IPOs. What are the rules of day trading on Robinhood? Well, it really depends. I mean, every broker's the same. So if you have less than $25,000 in your margin account, right? So if you have less than 25 grand in your margin account, you can only day trade how many times? 3 times in a rolling 5-day period. All right. Again, that only applies to margin accounts with less than $25,000, where you're restricted to 3 day trades in a rolling 5-day period. If you have a cash account, right, you can trade as much as you want as long as you have settled cash in your account. There's something called a T+2, right? That is trade plus 2 days of settlement. So if you take your trade today, it's going to settle Tuesday, right? Let's assume, okay, today is Wednesday. So let's say you have a cash account and you use all of your funds, right? And it's Wednesday. Your funds will be available on Friday. But again, if you got 20 grand in your account today, you can trade 100 times as long as you have settled cash. But you have to wait a full trading day before your funds are settled before you can trade again, which would be Friday. That's the T+2. So again, every broker is the same. TD, Robinhood, Webull, Lightspeed. Again, less than $25,000 in a margin account, you're limited to 3 day trades in a rolling 5-day period. If you have a cash account, you can trade as much as you want as long as you have settled funds in the account. So what's the difference between a cash account and a margin account? So a cash account is whatever cash you have in there is what you can use. That's it. So if you put $10,000 into a cash account, you have $10,000 to trade with. A margin account provides leverage. So if you have a $10,000 margin account, sometimes your broker will give you what's called leverage or extra buying power. So like TD has 2-to-1 margin. So that means if you have $10,000 in a margin account, right, on TD Ameritrade, they would give you up to $20,000 to trade with. So you're leveraging your money 2-to-1. So again, the difference between cash account and margin, cash account, only your cash that you trade with. That's it. You got 10 grand, you got 10 grand. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Margin account, 10 grand. Depending on your broker, they will give you margin and leverage. They will give you additional buying power on top of what you have in your account. All right, I am short for this fake out breakout over TIGR. Just so you guys know, I'm short for this fake out breakout. Why? Look at RSI, right? We just put in a new high, right? RSI is not really showing us we have strength. Number two, all right? We have decreasing volume along this move up. It just overall, it looks like a good short off resistance as well. So I got looking for the fake out over 21, looking for a nice 50-cent pullback, maybe a dollar pullback. Could I be wrong? Yes, my stops are going to be over, 2110. I'd say 2110 is going to be my stops. I'm in at 2104. Looking for this to come back down below 21, get a nice big dump. Again, we have, some internal weakness from what I can see. So I do want to go ahead and grab the short off 21 resistance, possibly see it come back down below 21. So let's see if that happens. Again, I'm in at 2104, so my max risk is going to be 2114. Looking for a nice big, lot of pressure from these sellers over 21. Let's see if we get some profit taking here back below 21 bucks. There we go. Let's give us a little bit more. I want to see some sellers really move in here. I really want to see some sellers move in. Really just tear this stock up. Bring it on back down for us. Nice and aggressive. Again, I'm in at short 2104. I've been waiting for a short almost all day on TIGR, and I saw it. I wanted to go ahead and get in on it. Right now, I don't want to see it back over 21. I do have a little bit of breathing room over 21 just in case you see it pop a bit, but, I'm looking at max loss of 5 cents now. If we see 2110, I'll get out. New high a day, I'm getting out. So, yeah, 2107, new high a day, that's where I'll be cutting it. I'm looking for this to come down pretty aggressively here soon. Let's see if we can get these sellers to come on in. Let's see if we can lose that 2090. We actually have a decent healthy pullback, right? We had to pop over the highs, pulling back to the previous high. So technically, this is still a good long, right? Technically, it's still setting up for a decent long off this little pullback for a break over 21. If that happens, I'll go ahead and take what profit I have and look to possibly reshort it if we get another setup here. But let's go ahead and be patient. Let's see if we can get this to crack down below $20.90. Again, we ideally don't want to see it back over 21. Yeah, like Mike said, margin's pretty much like a loan. They're loaning you money. You pay interest and fees on that loan. You don't want to get caught up in over leveraging because you can get caught up in what's called a margin call. All right, so if you exceed a certain requirement based on your margin requirements, every broker is different. They could freeze your account and say, hey, you have to deposit more money or we're going to liquidate your position automatically. They have the right to do so. So again, you never want to put yourself in a position to be in a margin call, right? Because again, they could just step in and say, we're going to liquidate that trade automatically. You're at an automatic loss. You're screwed. Right? You don't even have an opportunity to manage it. They're going to step and say, nope, you're exceeding margin requirements. It's outside of our threshold. You're done. Liquidate automatically. So you got to just read up on every broker. If you got a broker, you got to read up on their margin requirements. Is it 50%? Is it 25%? What is it? Right? And just make sure that you don't ever put yourself in a position to be in a margin call. Come on, TIGR. Dump for us. Dump, dump, baby. Dun, 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 dun. Just dump, dump, baby. Dun, 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 dun. Come on. I want to see 2050 so I can take some profit and leave. Uh-huh. It's still healthy pullback off the 9. If this closes above the 9 and puts in a new 1 minute candle high, I'm taking my little profit and look for a re-entry if we double top or anything like that. So got our new candle. Oh, I'm on a 2 minute. Duh. Back below 2090, baby. Come on. Come on, TRGR. Back below 2090. Nice little wash down to 2060. 30 cents of profits. All right. I'm just going to go ahead and take profit here. I think we're going to push the 21. I have a margin account. Yeah, so if I had a $25,000 or over cash account, I would be limited to being able to trade basically up to $25,000, hypothetically. And I would have to wait that full business day to settle, right? So if I came in and I used all 25 grand on my cash account today, I have to wait till Friday to trade again. So I'm on a margin account just because there's no limit on how many times I can day trade. COIN, currently not live on the IPO. It's 12 o'clock. Coin is still not live. Let me pull up CNBC real quick and just kind of see what they're talking about on this Coinbase IPO. See if we get any kind of idea on when it may be live.
Scott Walker, front and center this hour, the moment of truth for the banks, cryptos.
Ooh, earnings season, baby. Woo! I love earnings season. All right, I'll be back. I gotta use the restroom, guys. We don't have anything going on right now anyway, so I'll be right back with you. All right.
At some point, we are going.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of leveraging either. Like, just because I have a margin account doesn't mean I'm going to use their 4-to-1. Lightspeed gives you 4-to-1. So just because I can, I'm not going to use $200,000 of buying power, right? I'm not going to over leverage a 4-to-1 position. Like, you can buy a lot of stock and a lot of size with $30, $40, $50,000, and you could usually stay way under that when you're in trades. Like, I don't always use 50 grand. There's been times I leverage up to 100 grand, 200 grand, right? On large cap plays. Like, you know, when we were trading Snapchat, trading Disney, right? I was leveraged on those, but the risk was minimal. On these smaller cap stocks, I'm not going to buy $100,000 worth of shares, right? You can see that I'm normally around 10 to 20, 10 to 20, 10 to 20. Is usually my max investment when I'm usually around 1,000 to 2,000 shares. Puts me around that 10 to 20 mark. And I do have a larger account, but I'm not leveraging it. So yeah, absolutely. I'm not a fan of leverage. I'm not a fan of margin. I like the margin for the fact that I can day trade as much as I want. I'm not limited, right? If I come into the market and there's opportunity, I'm able to trade, right? I'm not limited to, oh, man, there's so much opportunity in the market, but I have to wait for my cash to settle. I put in a buy order for a coin before IPO just so that I can secure the second it does. Is that a good move? I mean, I'm not going price action. Maybe we establish some, kind of technical setup, something, right? Personally, I wouldn't do it. But again, if you want to and you have your own reasonings and you've planned everything out and you've thought it through, it's just not an emotional buy that you think you're going to miss out, right? If you think it's like, oh man, if I'm not in, I'm missing out type of mindset, and you have no game plan, have no strategy, no rules, right? And you're just winning this, then don't do it. But if you really sat down and thought this through and you understand what your max risk is, you understand where you want to get in at, out at, and have a plan and have some rules and you abide by them, then go for it, right? As long as you've planned for this. But again, don't do it if it's just like, I think I'm going to miss out, so I'm just going to do it type of deal. So again, it is completely up to you guys on what decision you make. But me personally, I'm going to wait and actually look at the chart. I'm going to wait for it to open. I'm going to wait a couple minutes, see what it's looking like, and then I may actually start trading it. But where is this? Where's this IPO? Come on, man. I'm ready. Is it 1 o'clock? So right now, guys, we do not have anything really going on in the market. It is 12:14 in the afternoon, slowest time of the day. So with that being said, I'm still here to answer any kind of questions, comments, concerns that you do have. We are just sitting back waiting for the Coinbase IPO to go live, see if we have any opportunity. Don't know when that's going to happen, but we're just sitting back and we are waiting. All right, so a little update on the Coinbase IPO, guys. From what I've just read, is the expected IPO price is going to be around $350 now. $350, maybe even $400. So that 250, 300 may not be happening. Again, we're looking around 350 to 4 over on the IPO, and right now, still not live, right? We were expecting it to hit the markets around 12. Right now, still nothing, right? Still nothing. So we're just sitting back and waiting for that. Breaking news from Jay Powell. Let's see what he has to say, and let's see if there's any effect on the market. Basically saying it's highly unlikely to raise rates before 2022. So I got one more trade in me today, this afternoon, possibly AMC off this, again, possible higher low, break of the downtrend for a pop. I would be putting stops below the 950 area. I'm just not a fan of it, again, being lunchtime and the lack of volume. So that's what's driving the hesitation right now on my part with actually getting in at, 953. Again, I just don't really see the volume to get that strong, 20-cent move that I would like to see to make some profit, right? So, I mean, it's like it's there. It has the setup, but we just don't have the volume that we need during this time of day to really get it going. So, I mean, yeah, you know what? I just talked myself out of it. I just talked myself out of it. I'm not going to take that. Exactly, Mike. If you're hesitant, don't do it. And as I was explaining that, I realized my hesitation. Not doing it. Here we go. They're talking about Coinbase. $365. Wow. Woo. Woo! 15 to 20 minutes, guys. 15 to 20 minutes. Coinbase IPO predicted to open around $374.50. Oh my. Yeah, I'm looking at coin right now over on the level 2 for light speed, and I'm seeing bids all the way up at like $400. So we actually may see this sucker open up at $400. Ow! Let's go. Let's see what we got. Here, maybe in the next 10 to 15 minutes, we might see something happening. That's risky, man. That's risky. Yeah, $400. That's risky. You know, you're going to see a pullback, right? It's going to sell off a little bit. How far? But we do know that we're going to see a little bit of profit taking right when it hits. You know that we're going to see some selling take place. Right now, 485. Yeah, I that's a challenge, man. That's a challenge. So let it open. Let's see who gets involved. Let's see how far it comes down. You know, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait for it to open, see how far it comes down, and then look to maybe buy a dip. You know, I don't know where the dip's going to be. I'm going to be watching volume, price action, a lot of different variables to kind of get an edge on, you know, again, which way is it going to go? And I may not be here for it, which sucks. Which sucks. I may not be here for it. Oh, absolutely, Corey. You can see it up and down, up and down, up and down. First 5 minutes, it's going to be a roller coaster. It's going to be wild. 100%. 100%. That's the biggest thing. Mike's hitting it on the head. Don't fall into the FOMO, right? Would you rather buy it, lose money, and be like, damn, I should have not done that because of FOMO, right? You have FOMO, you buy it, you lose money, or not buy it and maybe miss out, but still not lose any money, right? That's kind of my mindset is if I don't buy it and it rips and runs, shoulda, coulda, woulda. But if I buy it and it dumps and I lose money, I'm going to wish that I never bought it. I'd rather be in the shoulda, coulda, woulda mindset because I still have my funds to possibly make a better entry, right? Just a little bit of patience. So yeah, don't have the FOMO. Don't let the emotions play a factor. You know, it's going to be wild. It's going to be volatile. It's going to be all over the place. You just got to ask yourself a question. How much am I investing? How much am I willing to lose, right? If I buy in and it comes down and it dumps and I lose half of my investment, am I okay with that, right? Or do I like the mindset of don't buy it, and if it rips, shoulda, coulda, woulda, I still have my money. But if it dumps, I did the right thing. I'm going to buy the dip. So you got to ask yourself those questions. That's my mindset. I'm not buying it, and I would rather it rip. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, right? I could have made $1,000. Let it come down, establish some kind of technicals, get in, make some more predictable money in a sense, right? So that's my mindset. You know, I'm not going to be buying it. I don't have limit orders in. I'm going to wait for it to actually go live, wait a couple minutes, see how it reacts, and then go from there. Because right now it's a gamble, right? Right now it's just a gamble. You buy it, all right? Could it dump? Yeah. All right. Could it rip and run? Yeah. So you got to say, like, you know, at the end of the day, this is a gamble if you do that. But don't make decisions based on me, right? I'm just talking facts and I'm just talking what goes through my mind. Don't make decisions based on what I say. Do what you feel is best for you, your account, your plan, your strategy, your goals, right? Do what's best for you. Again, if you've thought this through, you got $500 and you're buying one share or whatever. You got $500, you're willing to lose it because you believe this will be a $2,000, $3,000 stock in the future. And you've planned this through and you've accepted the risk, right? You've accepted the risk. You're okay with losing X amount of dollars and you've planned and prepared for this and you have rules, then do you. 100% do you. Do not let me change your mindset on what you want to do, especially if you planned it out. And we may not see a dump. That's the thing. It's a gamble, right? I don't like gambling. I don't like going to the casino. I don't like gambling, right? So I'm not going to put myself in a position to where it's more or less gambling. I'm going to try and find more of an edge to where it's a little bit more predictable. Man, I'm going to be really upset if I miss this today. I'm going to be upset if I miss the IPO open. I'm kind of curious to see. We might have it live in the next 5-10 minutes, so we got all eyes on COIN. So I'm going to put COIN up on the side. If we ever get any data that pulls through, we'll have it ready to go. Oh, I can, but I just want to be here. I think there's some opportunity once it goes live to make money, so I'd like to be here and be involved and participate if there's any opportunity. I don't trade from my phone. I could watch it from my phone, yeah. It'd be cool to watch it, maybe mentally trade it and have some fun with it, but yeah. Yeah, I can't really do too much from a trade side. So, we haven't looked at TV in a while. TV's still number 2 on the leaderboard. RGLS. Just doing a quick scan through a few things, see if there's anything over lunch hours moving. Oh, the market sucks. The market sucks. The market really fucking sucks. Right. Alright, so right now I'm just going to keep TIGR up. Right now we're just going to keep TIGR up on the live stream. Gonna put a little trend line on it. Right off there. Just go pow! See if it ever tags that trend line. No, I do not trade from my phone. Absolutely not. There's too many variables. Like here at my house, what's the variable that I have? I lose internet, I lose power, but I have everything plugged in to a backup battery unit to where if I do get a power surge and I lose power in my house, my computers, my internet remain on to where I can exit a position if needed, right? If I'm on my phone, there's a lot of variables like the cell reception. There's just a lot, there's a lot. So I'm not a big fan of trading from my phone, personally. And again, that's personal preference. I've just traded from my phone maybe 5-10 times, and I've realized that it takes forever. And it was always with TD too. So I'd like go to submit an order, and it'd be sitting there spinning. I'm like, the fuck? What's going on? Cancel, airplane mode, back off, better connection, try and submit it. It's just, yeah, not a huge fan. But if you're on your Wi-Fi, you're good, yeah. But down here, not down here, but here in Florida, like where I live, AT&T sucks. No one's really good down here. It's Verizon's good, but Verizon's way too expensive. Verizon's like double what I pay for AT&T. Get that. All right, guys, I'm going to step away for the next 5 minutes. Nothing really going on. I will be right back with you. And if it's time for me to leave, I will say our goodbyes. Finishing the day on a positive note. Oh, $550 on the day. Not a bad little day. Other than that, guys, I'll be back in 5 minutes. See if that Coinbase IPO is kicking off. See if we have any opportunity. If not, we will end the day, and I will see you guys tomorrow. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be my day. I was looking to see if Coinbase IPO was going to hit. Right now, it still hasn't gone live. I know CNBC was saying around 12:30 to 12:40, so it very well may go live in the next couple of moments. But guys, just remember, it's an IPO. There's a lot of upside potential and there's a lot of downside potential as well. Don't get into the mindset of, I'm going to miss out. Don't get in the mindset of, oh, I'm just going to gamble this. You know, what if it goes up? I don't want to, just don't have the bad mindset. Have a proper professional mindset. Manage your risk appropriately. Understand what you're getting involved with. Understand that IPOs are very risky. It's going to be extremely volatile. It's going to be moving $10, $20, $30 in the matter of minutes, seconds, right? So it's going to be crazy. All right. So just remember, it's a high risk, high reward play. There's a lot of upside potential. There's a lot of downside potential. Make sure you're in a good mindset. You're managing your risk appropriately and you don't feel like you have any kind of FOMO or any emotions on the table. If you feel a little bit of FOMO, if you feel any kind of emotions impacting your decisions, stay away from it. All right. Don't put yourself in a position to lose money. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and end our day on a positive note, locking in a small $500. But again, it's all about those base hits from here on out, trying to recoup this month and go green after a couple choppy weeks. So again, congratulations if you guys were locking in some profits today. Awesome work, awesome job. Enjoy those profits. Stay smart, stay safe. Be disciplined if you're going to be in the market the rest of the day, especially if you're going to be watching COIN. If you guys ever have any questions, comments, concerns, never hesitate to hit me up. Josh at alphadaytrading.com. I'm always here to help. Until then, I will see you guys tomorrow. It will be Thursday. We got a couple more days to end this week. And in 3, there we go, Brett. 3, 2, 1. Woo! You guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Once again, enjoy the rest of your day. Have a good evening, and I will see you back here bright and early tomorrow morning, 9:10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to kick off our pre-market commentary session, baby. Have an awesome rest of your day, guys. I will see you tomorrow.